Okay, there we go. Looks like everything is working. This is session 113 of our Forbidden Lands game. And after trials and tribulations and wicked old ladies with pastries and towns that have an ongoing festival of the burning sun to which they sacrifice people and werewolves and everything else, you guys have finally made your way to the castle. You know that somewhere within the castle are two things that you're looking for. One of them is the last element that you apparently need to make your dealing with the Devil's Stride easier. Something representing knowledge. Apparently will be found in what you seek in the castle amid the ruins of a place of supplication. And the other thing is Strahd himself. The old woman who gave you the card reading, the cards indicated that Strahd would be found with the one whose blood sealed his doom, a brother of light snuffed out too soon. But within the castle, you guys uncovered some shadowy creatures that tried to drain the life force out of you, and when that failed, they snapped Caldy like a twig, shattering his leg, but Okatai's healing magic managed to put him back together. But you guys are in the courtyard. You do know there is a... Basically, you've checked out the two kind of outbuildings here. One of them was the servants' quarters, the other a carriage house. That's where the shadows were. And there is a door that leads into the castle proper. Right about here-ish. The door is... it is closed. It is a solid-looking oak door.
Well, I guess forward's the only way. I'll give this door a check to see if there's an obvious trap on it.
Sure. You can give me a scouting roll.
I'm not going to push that.
Does not appear to be trapped.
I will see if it'll.
It does not budge even a smidgen.
Trying to open a door?
Vasilka,
Yes.
can you open this door?
Certainly. She didn't need to roll. I'm just hoping I can get my bad dice rolls out now.
That should do it.
So she kind of like puts like one hand on, like it's like a double door. She puts one hand on one side and grabs the handle and pulls, and you hear like the twisting of metal and the snapping of wood as the door opens.
Thank you.
Right. Wait a second, let me put some tokens on a map.
So she just brute strength opened the door to the castle?
Yes, she is phenomenally strong.
Okay.
It is dark in here. It is no longer dark in here. Well, that's convenient.
Oh. So as the door opens, you see, sorry, you hear what sounds like organ music. You know, you picture like your standard horror movie. You know, the pipe organ kind of echoing through the area. This area, there are dim colored light filters, like stained glass, illuminating the ancient chapel. Some bats flutter about near the top of the 90-foot high domed ceiling.
Oof.
Wonder what the rent of this place costs.
There's a balcony along one of the walls 50 feet above the floor. In the center of the balcony, there are two dark shapes slumped in tall chairs. Benches coated with like centuries of dust are kind of jumbled about. There's an altar standing upon a stone platform. The sides of the altar are carved with relief figures of angelic figures and grapevines. Your light falls directly on a silver statue. There is a cloaked figure draped over the altar with a mace that is so black it is absorbing the light, lying on the floor near his feet. The corpse is wearing a very handsome fur-lined black cloak, and the torchlight kind of glints off the golden thread.
What's the state of the body? Is it a skeleton? Is it an actual still corpse with flesh on it?
Whatever flesh is left on it is long since dried out and desiccated.
Okay.
So it is. It's probably about 80% bone, and like here and there are like tattered remnants of dried flesh.
Let's go see what we can see. I'm sure I don't need to say how dangerous this castle is going to be.
Well, what time of quote unquote day is it? Do we have any idea?
You're not sure.
Okay.
You know, you did rest and then got up in the quote-unquote morning and then headed to the castle. So according to your sleep schedule, it's like probably late morning.
Okay.
But what time it actually is, you're not sure. You've been up for
Well-
probably about 6 hours or so.
Okay.
But yes, this room is definitely was a chapel at one point. You can see that there are a couple of alcoves and some double doors that lead off.
Wow. We were looking for a chapel.
This is likely to be the place. Knowledge is what we're looking for, so.
What is it what we're looking for? Knowledge, did you say?
Knowledge was the card, described as the priest, perhaps the man at the altar.
I mean, I'd be careful. I'm not sure if it won't wake up. Things don't tend to stay dead around here.
Can I make a little search for traps?
Yes, you can give me a scouting roll. Should kind of poke around. You don't see like the floor looks like it's intact. You don't see any like flagstones that are pushed up or anything. You do notice that the statue near the altar, the the silver statuette is a there are some magical runes kind of as part of the sculpting process, I guess. Like
Can I
they're
decipher them? So with my rune magic?
sure, you can give it a try. Let's call that a lore roll.
Got to get all my good rolls out of the way first.
Excellent. All right, so it is it's about 12 inches tall. You can tell it is made of pure silver. The way the light's reflecting off it, you'd estimate it weighs probably about 10 pounds. And it's a statue of a cleric kneeling in supplication.
Okay.
And when you get kind of close to it, when you get within probably about 20 feet, you feel this almost like a sense of peace.
I sure could use that. Is it a worrying sense of peace?
Well, that's really up to you.
Not the same effect as Desi's cookie.
No, it's definitely like there's a sense of well-being that comes from being within the presence of this statuette.
Any other side effects?
Not as of yet.
I'm going to stick by it for a bit, but I'm not going to take it.
I mean, the statuette does not appear to have moved.
Yeah, I'll let the others do a couple of things while I wait around here and see if I get buffed or something.
We didn't know the name of the priest, so it would be hard to ask him a question, eh, Tresius?
What was that? Sorry.
We don't know the name of the priest, so it would be hard for us to ask him a question.
No, but there might be some papers or something like that.
Yeah, let's check. I am also curious of his mace. That black is not natural.
Yeah, like even as you get closer with the torch, the black metal of this mace seems to just absorb the light.
Maybe the mace is named Knowledge.
Perhaps.
Let me hit you over the head with some knowledge. Bam.
Yeah, so I'll search around the altar to see if I can find any kind of parchment papers, anything that I can identify this guy with.
Nothing. You don't see anything that you can like easily use to identify him, but you do see kind of like where he's draped over the altar, kind of like between his desiccated corpse and the altar, is what looks like a fairly thick leather covered book, kind of like tucked between him and the altar, like he died and fell on top of it, sort of thing.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna try to get this book. If he reaches for that mace, kick it across the room.
Yeah, my point is when you reach out for the book, I'm gonna kick the mace a bit further, so he doesn't have it if he start moving when you touch the book. Let's coordinate our movement.
Yeah, don't touch it unless you have to, though.
I wanted to kick it with my boot.
Excuse me.
Let's see if I can thief that book out without disturbing him too much.
That sounds like a sleight of hand roll.
Oh, do the Indiana Jones thing. See if you can swap it out with like a bag of sand or something.
Cooking book.
Man, I don't want to take any damage in the first room. That's fine. If I disturb him, I disturb him.
Right. So you try to find an angle, and without moving the body, you're not going to be able to get that book out.
I mean, we're all in place, so I'll move the body if I have to.
Right. So as you move the body, it slumps to the floor. Part of it falls off, like the head probably rolls a couple feet away from the body, sort of thing. Like he is long dead and not animate.
That's good news.
I'm still vigilant in case any parts of this thing's body just starts animating and come to life.
I'm still thinking I'm gonna use a haft of my spear to move the mace a bit away from him.
Okay. Yeah, it's easy enough to move the mace. It does, like, when it moves and it kind of, like, rolls across the floor to some extent, the noise it makes sounds dampened and kind of hollow. Like, not only is it absorbing the light, but it seems to also muffle the sound. The book itself, it is a fairly thick, like a thick leather cover, steel hinges, steel fastenings, parchment papers. Trust us, you can tell immediately looking at it, like the pages of this book are brittle with age.
We'll have to be very careful. But I do want to read it.
So you crack open the book.
Yeah, I think we need to know what's going on here to be able to get that last piece, so it's worth the risk. Because the last book I read was not very friendly.
So a lot of the pages, like several of the pages, just fall apart as soon as you, like, even look at them the wrong way. A lot of the pages are like they're badly stained with age. The ones that you can make out are largely written in almost like this kind of shorthand, pretty much completely indecipherable. But there is some stuff that you can make out. Excuse me. It says, I am the ancient. I am the land. My beginnings are lost in the darkness of the past. I was a warrior. I was good and just. I thundered across the land like the wrath of a just god. But the war years and the killing years wore down my soul, and the wind as the wind wears stone into sand. All goodness slipped from my life. I found my youth and strength gone, and all I had left was death. My army settled in the valley of Barovia and took power over the people in the name of a just God, but with none of a God's grace or justice. I called for my family, long unseated from their ancient thrones, and brought them here to settle in the castle Ravenloft. They came with a younger brother of mine, Sergi. He was handsome and youthful. I hated him for both. From the families of the valley, one spirit shone above all others. A rare beauty who would be called perfection, joy, and treasure. Her name was Titania. and I longed for her to be mine. I loved her with all my heart. I loved her for her youth. I loved her for her joy. But she spurned me. Old One was my name to her, elder and brother also. Her heart went to Sergi. They were betrothed. The date was set. With words she called me brother, but when I looked into her eyes they reflected another name, death. It was the death of the ages that she saw in me. She loved his youth and enjoyed it, but I had squandered mine. The death she saw in me turned her from me, and so I came to hate death, my death. My hate is very strong. I would not be called death too soon. I made a pact with death, a pact of blood. On the day of the wedding, I killed Sergi, my brother. My pact was sealed with his blood. I found Tatiana weeping in the garden east of the chapel. She fled from me. She would not let me explain, and a great anger dwelled within me. She had to understand the pact I made for her. I pursued her. Finally, in despair, she flung herself from the walls of Ravenloft, and I watched everything I ever wanted fall from my grasp forever. It was 1,000 feet through the mists, and no trace of her was ever found. Not even I know her final fate. Arrows from the castle guards pierced me to my soul, but I did not die, nor did I live. I became undead forever. I have studied much since then. Vampire is my new name. I still lust for life and youth, and I curse the living that took them from me. Even the sun is against me. It is the sun and its light I fear the most, but little else can harm me now. Even a stake through my heart does not kill me, though it does hold me from movement. But the sword, that cursed sword that Sergi brought, I must just... it's hard to read. I must despair of that awful tool. I fear and hate it as much as the sun. I have often hunted for Tatiana. I even felt her within my grasp, but she escapes. She taunts me. She haunts me. What will it take to bend her love to me? I now reside far below Ravenloft. I live amongst the dead and sleep beneath the very stones of this hollow castle. I shall steal... trying to make out the words. It's all handwriting in the handout. I shall seal shut the wall of the stairs that none may disturb me. But yeah, that's the gist of what Trustius can make it.
That's quite a lot.
Mm.
And not a story about the priest.
No. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's our man that wrote that. He said something about stakes.
Yeah, he said stakes don't bother him.
Well, they
I said
keep
it, put some space.
There you go.
So if we can... Did you just put it in Foundry or something?
I'm gonna post it into the Discord.
I
Discord?
wonder if the sword we have is the sword of his brother.
Same
The
thing.
sun one? I think so.
Yeah.
Oof. Well, I mean, it's better than mine or Tony's handwriting.
That's
There's a
Because
reason.
my kids could read that.
There's a reason I print everything in block letters.
Oh, and
Well, we
Trustius,
know where he is.
just as you kind of like finish like reading through this, the organ music that you guys have been hearing stops.
Okay.
That seems bad. Is it
Everything's
nighttime?
bad.
Well, yes, but the background noise stopping seems ominous. So we've got theoretically this Sergi's sword. We've got Tatiana's look-alike.
And the holy symbol.
They say he dwells in the blood of the innocent.
This guy's an asshole.
So maybe where the wedding was and where the blood was.
And the card reading about his location is he dwells with the one whose blood sealed his doom, a brother of light snuffed out too soon.
Yeah.
Which is Sergey.
So wherever the wedding did take place, that's where he is. Because he said he cut him down at the wedding.
Wait, so his
Or
brother
he's-
made him this way?
What?
No, he was cursed for killing his brother, apparently.
A curse he made a deal for.
Yeah, I mean, he made a pact with death, apparently. So, Buddy wanted his brother's fiance and killed him for it. Gee, I wonder why she didn't want him.
Yeah. I assume that guy might have been on the lookout for the same thing as us, and that's where he failed.
I wonder if this book is the knowledge that we were looking for.
I would think so. Might be worth it to bring a few stakes to that battle. For people who are not wielding blades of light that will actually hurt him.
It didn't mention silver at all, did it?
Nope.
Sun and stakes, and the stakes would only stop him.
No, just holds him from movement.
I could knock off some arrowheads, sharpen some arrows.
Might be useful to just have an option if we need to.
Let me see if stakes are in the items list that I can pull up.
Plenty of views here.
You might have tent pickets.
I gotta check out this guy's cloak, Chris.
It's a very finely made black cloak, fur-lined, golden thread.
Ooh.
Probably worth some coin.
I mean, I'm gonna take the cloak, and
I was gonna say.
I mean, it looks like a necromancer's cloak to me.
It does look like a necromancer's cloak.
Did my haft got scored by the mace or something?
Nope.
I'm gonna pick that up.
I'm gonna pick up the mace.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
That'd be a good second weapon for Ryzen.
Yep. Might need it, but I need to check if it's cursed first.
When we leave, I'm bringing that statuette with us.
I could teach you the quick draw resin at some point, so you could switch between when the dragon hammer is not working.
Oh, that sounds bad. Okatai, as you pick it up, this searing pain runs through your body. You take 2 points of damage to your strength.
Yeah. Okay. No.
What did you pick up?
The mace.
The pure black mace that seems to absorb light.
Oh.
Okay. No.
There's a fair chance that wouldn't hurt me.
There's a pretty good chance it wouldn't hurt me either, but I only have 2 health, so I'm not doing that.
I
Yeah.
like the sword. I don't feel any particular need to pick up the mace.
I don't feel
Hey.
particularly holy or particularly lawful.
Hey,
I
Chris,
mean- I could pick it up, but
Maybe I could try to dispel whatever curse is on that thing.
Oh, you can certainly try.
can
I
I
don't
do
know,
a lore
what's-
check to figure out what this effect is being caused by?
Sure. You're a minstrel. You travel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Bad stuff.
Bad stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not risking it. I'm not pushing here.
Can I give it a shot?
Sure.
What happens? Does he like try to pick it up and he recoils and drops it?
Yes.
Okay.
I also will not be pushing.
Definitely bad stuff.
I
Can
don't
I
have
use-
lore, so
Can I use the
no idea.
the experience of the pain to try to understand what the fuck it was?
Sure.
the best Desi can do is look at it and go, "Yep, it's a mace." Thanks to
Good job,
extend
Desi.
my lore. Thank you. I
We're all in the same
recognize
boat
that
on this.
weapon.
Yep, that do be cursed.
Not the minstrel out of you yet.
Okatai, your best guess, given the kind of violent way I reacted to you, is it is antithetical to life, and you're a druid.
Oh yeah. That mace just fucking hates me. It's antithetical to life, and yeah, I pretty much life.
So we should probably keep that away from dead guy, right?
Yep.
I mean,
But probably Tresius would be able to grab it, or probably.
Likely. Let's find out. We need all the weapons we can get.
Just don't hit the dead guy with it.
Yeah, trust is. I mean, it's heavy, but it doesn't burn your soul,
Such as it is.
such as it is.
Trusty's got a 4 strength. I'll grab that.
Oh,
Might get
possible.
stuck in melee.
It's Bizarro Mjolnir or something.
yeah, I just don't know how we're gonna use it.
Well, I imagine we're going to run across a few dozen things before we get to them.
I suppose, probably.
And besides, if Okatai gets possessed, I can subdue him.
Yeah, that thing is not my friend.
Yeah, I suppose.
But yes, from here there are a couple of alcoves and a set of double doors.
Chris, did you mention there was an alcove like 50 feet up in the wall or something?
There's a balcony that kind of runs around part of the chapel. It's about 50 feet up. It does not look like there are stairs that lead up to it.
Oh, sorry. Did Trustius pick up the mace?
He did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Gets along fine with him.
I mean, it might work for other people that are not me, but
I mean, our quilt friend could probably carry it. She's not.
Yeah.
Entirely alive.
yeah, we're just talking about finding a second mace for resin, so we can have a hot pen when
Yeah.
the big hammer doesn't work. But
Yeah.
right now our resources are a bit limited, so let's not hurt him if we don't have to.
It does take him a minute to kind of get that thing back up onto his shoulder again.
Yeah, I'm thinking about if you want, Resident, I could teach you a quick draw, so you can pull out another hammer while your first hammer is not wanting to cooperate.
Well, I guess we need to find our way down.
Yeah.
Chris, was there a chapel in, or like a wedding area in the mini castle we found?
No, there was a chapel which you guys are currently in.
Yeah. Hence the altar.
What about the little statue that Colby found?
Yeah, it's like I said, it's like a 12-inch tall silver statue of a kneeling priest.
Yeah, I'll be carrying that with me. I can afford the weight.
Give me an insight roll, Caldy, when you pick it up. So you
Wow.
you kind of pick it up. You have to, like I said, it weighs about 10 pounds. It's got some bulk to it. And you do feel strangely at peace with it. Like almost like the most at peace you have felt in a very long time.
Who would have known that the only thing Colby needed to be at peace is 12-inch of silver?
Happiness would be gold.
Well, Lestrade is dwelling with his brother, and the book says he sleeps in the basement. Then we need to go down.
Why do we think he's sleeping with his brother? Or resting?
The card reading suggested that he dwelled with the one who sealed his doom.
Gotcha.
Could he not be where he slayed him?
Well, it
I
says
mean-
he dwells with the one who blood sealed his doom, a brother of light snuffed out too soon. So if he's living where his brother is, and the book says he's living in the basement, then he and the brother are in the basement.
Probably where most people who would have lived here would have been buried, right? People bury folks under churches, don't they?
Crypt under the castle would make sense for nobles.
Rich people's silliness.
Human hubris.
Why? That they think holy space is going to protect them from something? I mean, that's the reason they do it, isn't it? Bury people by churches and under churches and crypts and stuff.
You're the human. You tell me.
Do I look like I know holy stuff?
Elves don't bury their dead.
I suppose you just trap them inside of things. Well, speaking of dead elves, I definitely won't be bringing her out. The sword, on the other hand, I think between that and the axe, I'm good to go.
I would feel more comfortable if you had the sword out now.
Okay. I'll draw the sword.
Okay.
I mean, I've got no objection to having it in my hand. I like the light. I like the effect that it has on those shadow creepy things. So, no argument here. One less
Chris,
target.
I'm going to snap off the tips of a load of arrows,
Okay.
just in case they count as stakes.
Don't think they'll
Okay.
embed far enough otherwise.
Yeah, I don't know how that works, but
Just sharpen them.
oh yeah.
Take a quick look at my armor.
Yeah. Trustius, give me a crafting roll.
Sure.
Yeah, those'll do. I mean, they're wood. You don't want to shoot it against anything that's, armored in any capacity. Basically, wooden arrows armor counts double. Not that it matters for my armor rolls, but
Yeah, I'll just consider that like the last load of arrows, if it comes up.
Can I craft some stakes out of just the wooden pews and stuff around here?
you can certainly try make a crafting roll.
Sweet.
Oktai,
Yes.
your harpoons are just wood with a disgusting sap in them, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, I mean, they're still wood, though. Theoretically.
Technically, yeah. I've art in them, but they're mostly wood.
Excuse me.
All right, so this alcove to the north, Chris, is that stairs going up or down?
That is stairs going up.
And the one to the south looks like it's both.
It is both. It goes up and down.
Well, let's head down. I don't see any need to explore this castle.
I'd
Leads to
feel
lost us hit points.
I'd feel better exploring it after the guy's dead. But
Yeah.
don't know if we'll be around after. I'm I just don't want to miss out on any other odd weapons or something, other books that he's scribbled in or
We have everything the old lady told us. I'm more concerned about what kind of resistance he's going to put up.
yeah. I mean, is he the kind of he's not the kind of dead thing that you can order around, right?
It's quite unlikely I'll be able to order Strata.
Oh. Yeah.
I could try if we could immobilize him for 6 hours.
Oh yeah, that might take a while. That's probably not time we're gonna have. I mean, depending on how well your arrows or Okutai's harpoons work to keep him from moving. If it works. I mean, who the fuck knows? He could have been lying when he wrote this stuff down.
I mean, the light eye conjure seems to work on shades, so it might work on him, but I wouldn't bet on it. So I have option on my side.
If we get the chance to kill him, we should kill him.
I agree.
So why what's our plan going down there? Like we brought Otto and we brought Vasilka.
Basilica, yeah.
Basilica?
So what are we planning for them? They're just gonna haul our bodies away if anything happens. Like, what's the?
Otto, you guys ride along because for some reason you're like, hey, come with us.
We felt kind of bad leaving him behind.
Vasilka,
He
you brought.
wanted to see the world.
Yeah, and Vasilka you brought because the card said that she would somehow be of use in the confrontation against Strahd.
Why don't?
We're rolling on card vibe right
Oh
now.
god, Otto's like Peter. Otto's like Peter from Deadpool 2 at the superhero auditions.
Kinda. So why don't we give her something wooden that, if she can hug him or something, get closer, that she can just stab him in the heart with it.
Sure.
I think the priest's plan was that the joy of finally finding love would break the curse of him. But in case that doesn't work, let's make it.
The secret ingredient is love. Yeah. What the hell? Who the hell wrote this?
I'm all about,
Love?
there aren't many female fighters, and there should be more, because the shit you guys get up to sometimes, it's just not cool.
Mhm.
So, yeah,
I
I'm
thought
all
you
for
were about
putting
to say... Sorry, go ahead.
I'm all for putting a weapon in her hands.
Okay, I thought you were going to say you're all about love and then say you're a delicate fucking flower.
Yeah, right.
A fucking
Character
ray of
growth
sunshine.
or some shit.
I mean, I'm a ray of sunshine right now, but only
Oh,
because
you're
like,
a
the
fucking ray of
sword that I'm
sunshine,
holding.
yes.
Like, literal ray of sunshine at the moment. I don't think I've ever been called a delicate fucking flower before.
I mean, none that survived.
No, for sure. But, I mean, if we're gonna take her into a dangerous situation, I'd rather she had a weapon that she could wield. I mean, we know that she's capable in hand-to-hand, or crazy strong, or seemed to be. So let's let her wield something.
I don't have anything anymore. I dropped all my extra weapons thanks to having this giant ass hammer.
I'm not positive that a weapon would remain intact after I used it.
Well, I mean, if we give you, like, say one of
His harpoons.
his harpoons, cut it in half, sharpen the end.
Yeah, that's
Let's
what I was
not
thinking.
do that. I don't know where I can get that wood again.
Or any of the multitude of arrows that we were all carrying for Trustius. Or just one of these pews carved down like Caldy was doing.
You can just grab a leg chair, sharpen it.
Yeah, whatever. Something wooden, sharp, and pointy. I mean, sharp to a degree. There's only so much
everywhere.
of a point you can put on them. And it's not your strength that's the thing. It's how giving his chest cavity is, really.
I suppose.
Speaking from some experience.
So yeah, she'll grab like a broken piece of pew.
Just make sure that one end of it's kind of angled, so that, to a point-ish, so that it's got more of a direct way in.
This is definitely different than my time with the abbot. That is for certain.
Yeah, just a little. I mean, you can pretend to dance with him and like shove it in through the back.
I mean, if you
just
if
have to
you
keep in
truly
mind-
make him happy and the curse is broken, might as well. But
It's just a matter of kind of keeping in mind where his heart is, depending on like which direction he's facing, which direction you're facing, and which angle you're stabbing at or with.
I am well acquainted with anatomy.
See, there you go. That's a lot of what fighting is knowing the quickest way to the parts that'll hurt the most or do the most damage. Sometimes it's like if you go in up under the ribs, so you're not trying to get through anything, but you can still angle upward. Just go through all the soft stuff.
She's a golem. All the parts are soft stuff.
Yes, but he isn't, and he theoretically has a rib cage. So if she angles up, like even if your arms are around him, as long as you don't hit the spine, you can still kind of angle upward. It's a little more awkward when you're stabbing someone in the back like that, but you can still do it.
Let's go kill a vampire.
Yeah, I'd kind of like to go home.
All right, so you guys make your way downstairs.
Yep.
So it is a very deep, like winding spiral staircase. The stairs are solid. There are like dust motes hanging in the air. The temperature does get noticeably cooler as you go down, and you figure, I mean, you've gone down probably 200, maybe 300 feet.
Well,
It is a long ways down.
oh, this looks terrible.
It looks awfully big. And that's a lot of doors. Eek.
Buried deep beneath the keep lays ancient catacombs, arched ceilings supported by wide, hollow columns that double as crypts. Cobwebs hanging limply in the misty air. There's a thick fog clinging to the floor, which is covered in like putrid waste. You accidentally glimpse up, and the black ceiling is moving.
Well, I have pretty good
Proceed.
eyesight. Can I tell what's moving?
The ceiling. It is like the entire ceiling is like this kind of black, viscous, oily substance. Like, you ever seen Prince of Darkness?
So
Yeah.
many times.
Long time ago.
So yeah, it looks like the ceiling. It looks like you're standing underneath a black lake. Only the water's not dripping down; it's just moving and rippling across the ceiling. The catacombs themselves, basically, it is about 110 feet by 180 feet. Floor covered in inches of bat guano. Catacombs are basically 10-foot wide arched walkways running between 10-foot high square crypts. So basically each and every one of these little squares is a crypt.
Well, let's go find the fancy one.
Each crypt is sealed with a chiseled stone door, about 3 feet wide, 5 feet tall, 3 inches thick.
Maybe we should start getting these closed.
And Cully, since you can see, here and there are literally thousands of bats.
Yeah, that's what I figured when I saw all the crap on the ground.
All right. So he stabbed the guy or killed the guy, his brother, theoretically, while he was standing there waiting for his bride to show up, right? So the altar would have been a bit northeast of where we are. This is Desi. Because it would have been that way. If his
Yeah,
blood
probably.
dripped down and that was part of whatever.
You might have brought the body down to the crypt and lay with him.
Yeah. God, people get weird.
Or he just stays wherever the blood was spilled and it might be upstairs. But
Well, I'm thinking if it dripped down through, but I don't know.
By all reports, he's been here for centuries. So he's likely buried his brother.
Kind of hope.
hopefully.
Although, who knows? I mean, the guy was batshit before he did all this.
Being batshit insane should help doing all this.
I mean, looking around, he might be literally batshit insane at this point. But
He's probably gonna propose us something absolutely terrible when we fight him, though.
yeah.
I would guess the most impressive burial would be where his brother lies.
Yeah, probably. It's the sorcerer's curse. And he wouldn't sleep in a shabby spot. Let's try to move in and see if we find something glorious.
All right. God, I don't like this map at all.
This is huge.
Caldy, with your ability to actually see in the dark, you can see across the room from the stairs. The stairs you came down. You see wide steps descending to a landing flanked by alcoves. Probably about a good 100-ish feet across away from you, maybe 80.
Okay, that thing here, right?
Yep. Those are stairs that lead down.
This way, boys and girls.
We're going
What
further
have you
down.
seen with your goblin eyes? Sorry, I had to.
We're never going to leave that joke behind.
It's gonna be hard.
Oh.
People gotta be careful. Laughing hurts.
Right. So as you start to make your way across, you can see that there is a set of stairs that goes down, and there's a landing with a couple of alcoves, and there's across that landing there's like this shimmering blue curtain of light.
Well, that's weird. Any of
Sorry,
you?
where's the curtain exactly?
check here.
Okay.
Determine what it is?
It's definitely magical.
Well, yeah, that was pretty clear.
Can we see across it?
I'm sorry, it's between us and the stairs?
There's like a set of stairs that goes down to a landing, and then there's the blue curtain, and you can faintly see on the other side of it another set of stairs that goes down.
So kind of just runs between those two statues.
Runs between the two statues.
Might need to find a way to deactivate that.
Yeah. The statues are statues of warriors holding spears. They are made out of bronze.
If those things start moving, they're gonna be a pain.
I can give it a look.
Let's start with that. Let's stay on our guard.
Let's see if I can figure out how this thing works, like if it's ruins or...
It does. There are some runes, and it looks like it's basically focused between the two statues, and there are runes carved into the statues.
That's something that could be disabled?
Maybe.
Would that be, what, sleight of hand?
I would say sleight of hand.
Might as well give it a go.
You could also try lore if you want to see if you can determine what it actually does.
I would very much like to do that if they're ruined.
Yep.
I will help Caldy
Okay.
with the lore check.
Okay. The two of you sit there going like, what do you think, Master Wizard?
I'm just a mere apprentice, after all.
Well, no, you're. I would call you like a captain with me being a general. That's all. But, like you're very powerful in and of yourself.
I'll just hold the light.
So what's that bonus give me for him helping? 1 die?
+1.
I'm thankful that the greatest wizard of all time is allowing us to survive and be on adventures with him.
I know, right?
He's so humble, too, and wise.
It's almost like I
Especially
have
humble.
just woken up like an hour ago.
Caldy, those are definitely symbolism runes. You think it's probably something similar to what got you guys here in the first place. Some sort of maybe like a magical portal. Or a magical portal like effect. You're not entirely sure.
How could he not be sure? He's Cully the Wise. Cully the All-Knowing.
Vasilka,
Yes.
didn't your abbot, wasn't he teaching you a bunch of stuff? About a bunch of stuff.
Yes.
Any of it magical?
No.
Damn. Taught you how to dance, didn't teach you rune magic.
I know which forks to use and in which order.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be terribly useful right now.
And you say that's a curtain, Chris?
Yeah, it's like a blue shimmering curtain of magic. I mean, looking at it, you think it's possible maybe somebody who is like smaller than human might be able to squeeze around behind one of the statues and around? Because like the curtain definitely emanates from the statues. It doesn't, like, it's not from wall to wall going through the statue. It's from statue to statue. So there is
It's a move roll.
there is a little bit of space.
So a move roll if I want to do that.
It would be a move roll if you want to try to squeeze around.
I'm gonna give it a shot.
If you're on the other side of the curtain, I can't get my shield over there.
All right, I made it through.
So Cully like squeezes around. There's some cursing. Cully, you definitely like popped some ligaments there. And beyond it is a second set of stairs off the landing that goes down. And in it you can see that there's some stained glass windows dominating the eastern wall, which is weird because you're pretty sure you're underground. But from what you can see, it doesn't look like it. So you're thinking maybe the mountain the castle is built on. This is up against one of the cliffs of the mountain. There are 2 coffins resting atop white marble slabs. The one against the north wall says King Barov von Zarovich, and the one against the south wall says Queen Ravenovia van Royen. The ceiling of this room is 30 feet above you and is inlaid with gold.
Gold is nice. All right, those names, are they from the book?
No, but it's not hard to parse that this would be Strahd's mom and dad.
Yeah, I don't see any point in being in there. I'm gonna mosey my way back out, trying not to get teleported into the Twilight Zone.
All right, you can make another move roll. Oh. Cully shimmies his way back.
Yeah, it's mom and dad. Lots of gold, but I didn't see much in there. Much else in there. I didn't do that, did I?
No, I mean, there were the 2 coffins, but you perhaps wisely decided not to mess with them.
You mean Strahd's dad?
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Mom
those
and
are-
Pop's the king and queen.
Okay, so if they're the royals, Desi's gonna back up a bit. Then would that one and that one be set aside for the siblings?
I mean, they're tiny crypts. It's a bit.
They are. That's true. There's a whole who knows what north and south of us.
Those ones are small. Those ones are actually probably servants or lesser nobility. Since you guys did have you guys went to the Amber Temple and you found the scale model of the castle. There is a larger crypt to the north and a larger crypt to the south.
Past the curtain?
No.
No.
Oh, on our side.
And for any of you magical folks, it would make sense. Like, if this is Strahd's mother and father, then some sort of magical protection to stop potential grave robbers would be expected. That's probably what that curtain is.
Yeah, I'm on board with Caldy's call there.
Yeah.
Well, let's check north and then south, I guess. Or
Yeah,
south and north, doesn't matter.
Doesn't
Yep.
matter.
Well, it doesn't matter to you guys.
I was going to say, might matter to.
It probably matter. We just don't know why.
Yeah, we'll go north first, yeah.
Desi heads north with her sword of light.
Perfect.
Well, I see something.
So yes, there is a across of that that entryway. There are white marble steps descending. There is a portcullis that is closed off the archway.
Let's move up a little closer to see what we can see through the portcullis.
Okay.
As you move closer, you can see that there's a behind the portcullis. There is a beautifully carved statue of an angel. Basically, in those two alcoves past the coffin.
Gotcha.
These like absolutely amazingly carved, like alabaster, white angel statues that do not appear to move. In the center of the tomb, there is a white marble slab supporting an intricately inlaid coffin. Again, stunningly well made, well polished, looks brand new, and kind of draped over the coffin is what looks like a man crying. And as Desi's light falls upon him, he kind of like shies away from it, kind of like turns and looks. Desi, you recognize him immediately from dreams you had previously.
Oh, that can't be good. Which dreams in particular?
The dreams of Strahd.
Shit.
And his eyes kind of flash red in your torchlight. He kind of hisses. He says, "You dare disturb me here." And folks are probably going to want to do some initiative.
Shit. Trusting us? Yeah, and I'm not carrying a torch. I'm carrying the sword.
Yep.
Okay.
Ryzen, would you like card number 2 or card number 10?
2.
Okatai, would you like card number 3, card number 9, or card number 10?
I'll go with 3. There might be occasion when I want to lower initiative, but not today.
Just because there's only so many cards in the deck, Desi and Tressis, you guys both go on 1.
Inconceivable.
Well, that's good. I don't have to swap with Desi then, because I was going to offer.
And he is on the other side of the closed portcullis.
Alrighty then. Well, shit.
We'll assume everybody's been moving to kind of keep up with one another.
I am happy to trade with Basilka and have her open that portcullis.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm just drawing some zones.
I can't believe we found it this fast.
I mean, it was 50-50.
But that's
Either
the
north or south. Either way.
well, that's the thing with the card draws too, right? That determines where Strahd is.
Oh.
Well, we took the right stairs down to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's the only stairs down. I'm not sure.
It is the only stair. No, it's not. There are other ways down. But like he
I
could
expected like Go ahead.
Yeah, he could have been like not downstairs. He could have been like up in one of the towers.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I was just in my brain. I was like 3 sessions to find him, kind of deal. Not like now.
There we go. That should do. All right, so you're going to trade with Vasilka.
Yeah, I'm sure he can get through the portcullis. So getting her to remove that portcullis would be lovely, and give Desi options.
Can't she open the portcullis? She can. So yeah, there's a creaking and a grinding of as things pop, and she will open the portcullis. That will take us to Desi.
Fuck.
No time for that.
Yeah, I would very much like for him to be incapacitated before I start hacking and slashing at him. But there's no holding your action in this game.
You can trade with somebody.
Anybody want to trade? I don't think
Well,
anyone's going to take me up on it.
Well, I'm right after you, so I can't. That doesn't really
All I
help.
got
I
is
can trade. I'll trade.
Sure.
Caldy Heights.
Bravo.
Caldy Heights.
Okay.
Let's see if we can get a backstab.
Oh my god. Terrific. That's. I mean, you do have the little wooden knifey
I didn't
thing.
get any. I didn't get any.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah. Caldy's got like some pieces of wood.
I got stakes. I got 2 tents. That gives me stakes.
Right. That will take us to Ryzen.
What's
Oh,
the?
boy.
Is there a roll for stealth or something?
Yes, you can make a stealth roll.
So the portcullis is open.
The portcullis is open.
Either I charge him or he charges me. I'm going to melee charge the hammer.
You cannot get to him.
What?
Yeah,
No, it's through. There's two.
Okay.
It's too many zones
Two
away.
zones.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
theoretically, I could do a step to get into the stairs, and then
Yep.
melee charge. But I'm not ready to do that.
You know what? I'm going to follow Desi's lead. Okay, so I won't charge. Okay. Actually, I'm going to do what Caldy's going to do. I'm going to look for a place to hide, and then maybe I can ambush melee charge when he comes across.
Okay.
I'm going to do a move.
You can move easily, and then you can make a stealth roll to hide.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I'm not pushing that.
So you can definitely move into position. You're pretty sure you're not very well hidden.
That's fine.
That will take us to him. He's gonna stare at Desi.
Oh no.
He'll walk forward ever so slowly. He'll say like, "There's no need for violence." And Desi's gonna need to give me an insight roll.
That's never been my experience.
Not the lack of the need for violence.
Yeah. Like, what are you talking about? There's always a need for violence.
Always a need for violence.
Oh, what a shitty ass roll.
She looks too much like Tatiana.
Yeah. I must.
Well, the good news is you're not yet charmed by him.
Don't give me those lovey eyes. She's the one you want to look all lovey at.
So, not yet charmed by him. Incidentally, if he nails the charm, you cannot move closer to him or attack him until he attacks you.
Grand.
That will take us to Okatai.
I do believe there is a need for violence.
Yes.
Did she open the portcullis?
Yes, she did.
Okay.
Can I try to aim for the heart?
You can certainly try.
I'm gonna try. I assume it counts as a monster.
He is a monster.
I would hope he's a monster.
If he doesn't qualify, I don't know what does.
Oof. Well, his tough skin does block some of it.
Holy harpoon.
Yeah, the
So help me,
harpoon-
if this guy is easier than beer bandits.
I'll be thankful.
So yeah, so you do hook
Chug
him.
a beer and we're in danger.
You do harpoon him. You're pretty sure you hit something like where a heart might be. Doesn't seem to really affect him overly much.
Yeah. I assume the bleed and the poison won't affect him.
Correct. That will take us to Desi.
So he harpooned him in the chest and it didn't seem to do anything?
It did not.
Trestius, can he have his heart somewhere else?
I don't know.
Some undead master you are.
Oh,
Well, shit. I don't think it's in him, but the only way to know for sure is to carve him open. So I'm going to melee charge.
Okay.
With the sun sword. I'm sure hopefully I'll live to regret it.
If you don't, you can call me master.
You wish. Although if it happens, I absolutely will roleplay it.
You'll apologize for 1,000 years for that remark.
Shh.
Right, you charge in with the sword. He does kind of shy away from it. Then he hisses at you. And he's going to go. Again.
Yeah, I noticed that.
The good news is you do see like his wounds, like it looks like they're trying to close up, but while they're in the light from the sun sword, they do not. It shuts off his regeneration. What's he gonna do?
Surrender?
No.
no.
He does not like Desi being here with the sword.
I bet.
He's gonna
Try
say,
to fight over. He takes one hit and he quits. What?
like, you have spunk. I will keep you for later.
We brought you a girlfriend.
And Desi can give me an insight roll.
Oh shit.
Could use a different skill on that.
That's what I'm looking up right now, actually.
Hold the sword up in front of his eyes or something.
Exactly what I'm looking at. I will spend a willpower point. I am far more in love with combat than I am with anything else. And I just don't fall for this bullshit because it's never been a goal or aspiration of mine.
All right.
I am far keener about weapons than I am about people. So I would like to use melee.
All righty. Two successes is not enough. You need 3.
Oh.
So
Well,
Oh, there's 2 Banes on that too.
I know. I mean, if he's manipulating me the same way as last time, then as soon as he attacks me, it's gonna break, and I'm gonna start slashing at him again.
But he's won't if he controls you, right?
Would him trying to take my weapon away from me be considered an attack?
no.
Damn.
I mean, it would be if he tried to take it away. It's not an attack. He's like, please give it to me.
It's 2 Banes.
Being control's the worst case, though, right? It's worse than being unconscious.
I mean, yeah. I'm pushing.
Oh.
Push it real hard.
I didn't. I pushed it exactly the same as it was before.
Yep. So yeah, so he looks at Desi, and you guys see Desi just goes slack.
Shit.
That will take us to Trustius.
Okay, well,
actually-
Okatai,
Dispel magic is a reactive spell, right?
No.
The spell is reactive.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Let's see. Breaks the initiative order. Unfortunately, you've already used your action.
Well, damn it.
But you can definitely try it like on your turn. Basically, it allows you to cast it out of turn if you haven't used your action.
Okay.
well, I haven't used my action.
That's true.
That's a good call, Trev. You increase the power level of the opponent's spell. You only really need 1, right?
Need 2. You got 2 successes.
I will attempt to do that. That's a good idea. So I need power level 2.
Well, every power level will decrease it. He got 2 successes on his power, so you need to get at least power level 2.
All right, ingredient iron filings. I don't have those. I don't have a grimoire. I can save cast it though.
Right. So yeah, you reach out with your magic to kind of snap Desi out of it, and she kind of like blinks and comes to herself.
That was clutch, Caldy. Caldy gets the XP for that. I still have. That takes my action though, right?
It does.
And drawing an item is a standard, not a fast, right?
Correct. That's unless you have quick draw.
I will tell Okatai to pull out that holy symbol. And then I will move and take a shot.
Okay.
I really didn't want to tell him I was a sorcerer. I am moving where Desi can protect me.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to shoot him with a bow.
With a normal arrow or a wooden arrow?
With a wooden arrow.
Okay.
Oof.
Nice.
Man. 24 dice, I get 1 success.
Whoa.
That's just a running gag at this point.
It is. I love it, kinda.
Because he has the armor 12 and it's doubled against the wooden arrow. So, yes, 24 dice, 1 success.
Whoa.
Wow. I'm glad someone's dice like us.
That's just embarrassing.
Because it's rarely mine.
I mean, I would have spent the willpower to get through it anyway.
Yeah. Okay, and that will take us to him.
Didn't you already have his action talking to her?
Oh, he had 2 actions already. So I guess he's just, he's gonna glare at Trustius for his audacity. He'll kind of like move around Desi ever so slightly. And then he's going to Savage Claws against Trustius.
I will parry that.
Ooh, probably for the best. That one looks like it's going to hurt.
No, not if I can parry it. Let me just double check some talents. Okay.
Oop, that is still going to hit Trustius. For 2 points of damage.
2's fine.
Not 4.
And then he follows it up with a vampiric bite attack, which cannot be parried or dodged.
That I can't help you with.
That's only 2 more.
So can I armor on the first one?
On the claws, yes.
I don't have much for armor.
So one from the claws, and then 2 more from the bite.
Still up. That one armor was enough to keep me up.
But you do see as he sinks his fangs into Trustius, some of his wounds do close up. And that will take us to his 4th and final action.
Oh my gosh.
He's going to turn his attention once again to Desi. Actually, no, he's not. He's going to... He's going to disappear in a cloud of mist. Reappearing and making a surprise attack that cannot be dodged nor parried. So he's going to basically disappear in the mist, reappear near Okatai for... Oh, that should be 2 points of damage. Apparently, I did not set my damage right. So that's going to be 2 points of damage to Okatai. He can roll armor to resist. Oh, sure. You guys have armor that works. That does take us to the top of the round. And at the top of the round, a couple of things happen. One, you guys, you can see, like, despite everything, he is kind of staring at Vasilka. Even as he was, and you notice, like, he has not done anything to harm her, and he even kind of moved away from her. And something about her presence here gives all of you, everybody gains a point of willpower if you can. The other thing that you notice is 3 of the crypts open. It's like he kind of like waves his hand.
Uh-oh.
And three vampires join the fray. Coldy, you're up.
Let's see if this magic dagger works on the vampires. Because none of my spells will.
Ooh, stabs pretty deep into her. Yeah, your Phantom Dagger definitely, like, stabs in. It doesn't draw blood, but there's definitely, like, a slash across her abdomen.
That's about as high as I can reach.
It's pretty much. Okay. That will take us to Vasilka. Well, she'll pick one of the vampires. And Forbidden Lands would be such a deadly game if I could roll. But you do see this rune on her forehead glow with a pale and vaguely unpleasant light. It's kind of dimmed by Desi's sword, but does not seem to have any effect on the vampire. Ryzen, you're up. There are 3 vampires, and Strahd has gotten closer to you.
Where's Strahd right now?
Right over here, trying to tear pieces out of Okatai.
Oh crap. Okay.
Within charging distance.
Yeah, I'm debating. Do I unleash the earthquake or do I just charge?
It's hammer time.
Yeah, it's hammer time. Do.
You get
Do-do.
earthquake with
Do-do.
hammer shot.
I can't believe I'm doing this. All right.
He's got a lot of armor on, right? So this could get.
I know. We can only hope that Chris's good fortune with the armor continues. Alrighty. If I survive this, I need parachute pants. Do. All right, come on. Papa needs a new pair of shoes.
Oof.
I don't know,
That is a big hit. And yeah, as you kind of charge up the hammer and charge in, swing, there is like a kind of like an earth-shattering kaboom type sound, and Strahd actually takes like a step back. That definitely seemed to hurt him, because with the hammer, if you do more than 3 damage, you ignore his natural armor entirely.
Oh, nice.
So I don't even get the armor roll. Not that it would have mattered. But the downside is it does mean that he is fixated on you.
Yep. Well, it's been a slice, folks.
And he is next.
Ah. So how does this work when you have multiple actions? You do your first one and then you do it later in the round for the other one?
He gets a separate initiative card for each of his actions.
Okay.
Oh, hypnotic stare. So he stares at you, Resin. You feel scared. You basically you automatically you will move. You will lose your next turn. Both
Do
you're
I get
slow.
an insight or something to resist?
No,
Oh, okay.
just if he is successful, you lose your next fast and slow action.
Oh, okay. So I have to leave or I just stand frozen in fear?
You just stand frozen.
Okay.
Does that count as his off turn for his hammer?
It would still count for that. Yeah, he just loses his fast and slow actions, but the turn still processes.
Okay.
I mean, that's almost good.
Yeah, unless he takes that opportunity to shred me. But
Unless that.
yeah.
Okatai.
Well, he's a little bit too close for comfort. I'm gonna brandish the holy symbol in his face and activate it.
Okay.
So I just cast Banish Undead.
Yes.
Do I roll for it, or is there...
Nope. There's a. It's like a magic item. There's a set amount of willpower in it.
Okay.
I believe Purge Undead is 1 point of damage per power level.
Normally, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, there's this like blinding flash of light, and you can see like his skin and stuff starts to like pucker and blister.
Sorry, did he hold up like a holy symbol or something?
Yes, the holy symbol that you got from the hippie village.
Okay.
Oh, vampire goes. Oh, the one that Cully stabbed. She did not like that at all.
So sorry, what happened? How did Strahd react? Did he get blinded or he's...
No, he's it did damage to him, and his skin puckers and blisters. Like he's definitely starting to look hurt.
Okay, cool.
Right. The vampire is going to do Unholy Grasp on Cully.
Oh no,
You can try to dodge if you like.
I would like to. Yes. Is that fast footwork involved with that?
Yes. Three successes is enough to jump out of the way. Too bad. That was
Good job, Colin.
that was a good roll on my part too. Yeah.
That was a great roll on Trev's part.
Yeah. That will take us to Desi.
Okay, so Trustius managed to dispel the magic.
Yep.
So I'm good to move.
Yep.
Okay. But I am now 3 away. Well, I'm too far away, I think.
You are too far away to melee charge.
Like, I wouldn't even be able to do the... I wouldn't be able to do, like, the step forward into one zone. And then melee charge into the next one?
No, because you wouldn't be able to close with them. You can move like one zone into like where the Trustius and the vampires are, and then another move to get into the zone, and then it would be a third action to close with them.
Gotcha. Okay, well...
Almost like he's trying to stay away from that sun sword.
Imagine. There is a vampire spawn, though.
There
right
is.
there. So I'm going to melee charge her instead.
Okay.
With the sun sword.
Okay. Ooh. She does not have Strahd's levels of protection. That sword just like cuts deep into her, burns away parts of her skin. She like hissing, she like tries to back up back into the darkness of her crypt. Seems to be
Okay.
seems to be effective.
Excellent. I'm going to spend a willpower to immediately attack again,
Okay.
since we're in close combat. And since Vasilka gave me a willpower oh so kindly.
Oof.
Have some more.
Ooh. She's like part like badly burned, like her hair is on fire, like her skin is blackening and flaking off. She's in a bad way.
I can't do it a third time.
That will take us to Strahd. Okatai is here. What will we do to Okatai? Well, he has no reason to be mad at Okatai, so he will roll randomly. Oof. He will hypnotic stare the hell out of Okatai. Okatai will also use his next fast and slow action. That will take us to Trustius.
This is so bad.
You're the dispeller.
I can't dispel that.
Oh, that sucks.
I mean, I might be able to, but it would be every bit of it. We didn't get any damage on. Well, Okatai got some damage on, I guess. Okay, I mean, we have to YOLO this, I think.
You're the one with the longbow as well, or the red bow thing.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to move here. I'm going to shoot Vampire Spawn 2
Okay.
with a normal arrow.
Look at that armor go.
But you make up for this in other games, I'm sure.
You would think that. You would be wrong. Every once in a while, like once, like out of every 20 games, I'll be like, oh my god, that's an actual like amazing roll. Like the record was in our level 5 up 5e game when I had disadvantage to Trevor's Paladin and critted him anyway.
Double 20s.
Double 20s.
Oof.
Maybe it's a Foundry thing. Foundry just doesn't like you for defense.
Yeah, well, maybe. But that is enough. That vampire spawn dissipates into like smoke and ash and dust.
That was a cool paladin too.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to light Strahd on fire.
Okay.
Fireworks on most things. No torches or anything down here, eh?
No. Oh, mishap.
Oh, of course.
It was a matter of time.
Yeah, as soon as you cast a spell.
Yeah. Oof.
I was even conservative on that.
Overwhelmed by the power of your own magic. Suffer 1 point of damage to empathy.
Oh no, not his empathy.
Drops him.
Oh. Justice is no longer capable. You're like,
Oh no!
fuck these mortals, they got this.
Shit!
Strahd's turn. Strahd will use an action to put himself out. And dust himself off. Vampire Spawn. Vampire Spawn will attack Desi.
I will have to parry.
You cannot. She turns into swirling mist. It appears right beside you. That is actually only going to do 1 point of damage. You do get to roll your armor. This attack cannot be dodged nor parried.
Damn.
She doesn't get through your armor. Why can't I get armor rolls like that? Like, I couldn't manage that many successes on 24 dice.
It's time to
You're so ready.
It's time for you to put Foundry in timeout and get a new Foundry.
You're definitely still winning though, and there's more of us.
This one, she's going to attack Caldy.
What did Cully ever do to her?
She's going to try Unholy Grasp.
That's not a good idea.
So she's
Dodge
gonna,
again.
Yeah, you've got the one. Yeah, you've got fast footwork like 3. Yeah. You can make a free dodge roll. Oh,
That was Unholy Grass. That does to strength, right?
yes, it does.
Damn it! I have to push.
1 success is enough to throw yourself out of the way.
Jesus. I feel like I'm in a knife fight.
Yeah. That'll take us to Strahd. What's Strahd going to do? Strahd's going to focus on Okatai since Okatai is defenseless. He's going to... Oh, what a bad roll. He's going to rend Okatai with his Savage Claws. You do get to roll your armor.
Last thing I see is Unholy Grasp.
Oh, that was against Kuldi. Ooh, he shreds Okatai's armor. Does 2 points of damage.
That would drop me.
Oop.
I'm gonna reload because I don't see the rolls right now.
Okay.
This might be you and me, Ryzen.
What's
I'll be
that?
back. Just give me a
So
second.
this might be down to you and me.
Oh my gosh, we're doomed.
Okatai does have lucky 3, so you do get to choose the critical you would like.
Oh, well, that's
Yeah.
something at least.
So you can choose something else, or you can have a slash die.
Probably go with something else.
Okay.
Gonna be stunned.
Hangnail.
Irritable Bell.
There it is.
And Okatai has Berserker, so that kicks in.
Yep.
Which is good, because he follows that up with a bite that cannot be dodged nor parried. Only 2 points of damage. But a super important note for you folks that don't have Berserker. If you're broken and you take further damage, you die. So if Okatai did not have Berserker, that would have torn out his throat.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad I bought some Berserker.
Ooh. That time your armor helps you.
Yep. It's
Although,
not as good as it was. Let's say it like that.
yeah. Okay. So he doesn't do those 2 points of damage. Nor does he get to heal. That was his whole thing. Okay. Back around to Kuldi. Top of the round. Everybody who can take it gets a point of willpower from Fasilka. And you guys notice now that these vampire spawn have noticed her, and they basically focus all of their attention on her, almost like a fit of jealousy, almost.
In that case, I'm going after Strahd. Let's see if my dagger does anything to him.
Yes.
I have a quick question about these vampires.
Yep.
They all have a bit of a resemblance to Vasilka and Desi.
Yes.
That's what I figured. This is what happens to the failed brides.
Yep.
Yep.
Ooh. Your dagger does not penetrate his skin. By some miracle.
Oh, well. Yeah, but it gives him one more target to hit at, and I really can't do much against him, so.
That is true. Vasilka. Oh, there's a vampire spawn here. There's my roll. It takes us to Ryzen. You lose your slow and fast action.
Yep.
That takes us to Strahd. Strahd is going to look at this impertinent little goblin. And he is going to use Unholy Grasp on Kuldi.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Kuldi can dodge if he likes.
Caldy would like to dodge.
One. So that is going to be 3 points of damage to Kuldi. You do get to roll your armor. Oof. So yeah, as Strahd reaches out and grabs Kuldi, you guys hear the popping of rivets as Kuldi's chainmail gives up the ghost.
That's
He
so
must have
Caldy,
fixed
I
that.
imagine. That's 3 points of damage.
That is
4
3 points of damage to strength.
Caldy's down. The wizards are down.
Right. And Kuldi has lucky 1.
Lucky 1, yep.
So 2 criticals, take the one you like. Broken toes or a broken arm?
What's the effects? Broken toes means movement, right?
Okay. Broken arm is you can't use two-handed weapons.
And broken toes?
Broken toes means that running becomes a slow action.
All right, well, I'll take the broken arm.
Perfect. That will take us to Okatai. Loses his fast and slow action. Takes us to Desi.
Okay. Desi's going to move into the next zone and then melee charge.
Okay. You do need to make a move roll to get away from this vampire spawn.
Damn, I was hoping Vasilka was taking care of her.
She tried. She tried, but I rolled like shit, so.
It's agility. I'll give it a try.
No problem. You're like, oh no, Kuldi!
He pays me.
It's like, I hear the sound of my paycheck being crumbled.
Damn it, I was supposed to protect him.
And
then I will melee charge Strahd.
Will always work for you. So romantic. start
much
singing the bodyguard theme as she's carrying Caldy off if we survive this?
With the sun sword, of course.
You hit him?
I did, but not for a lot.
Not for any.
I am gonna spend my willpower and ignore his armor.
You can do that?
I can, yeah.
Oh, is that a human thing?
Fighter thing.
Oh, fighter thing. Okay.
Sorry,
Yeah.
warrior thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
That will take us to Strahd unless you're doing anything else.
I am. Can I spend 2 willpower in a turn?
You sure can.
Excellent. I'm attacking him again.
Man, being a human's pretty damn awesome.
I mean, there's got to be some kind of an upside to it.
Oof. He's actually going to use his action to try to dodge that. Hey, I dodge as well as I roll armor.
I'm not gonna let him use his armor.
Okay.
I was just teaching Vasilka how to get through to the soft, squishy bits. I am putting that knowledge to use. See? You do it this way!
So that'll take us to him. He used one of his actions to try to dodge. Failed. Takes us to Trustius, who is currently broken. It's like, yeah, fuck you all. Takes us back to Strahd. Who is fixated on... Let's see.
Healing empathy is a performance roll, I think.
It is. Ooh, that's a shitty roll on his claws.
Sorry, who's he fixated on?
Desi.
Desi, okay. Broke up there briefly.
Yep. Desi, you can try to dodge that if you like.
Oh, I would definitely like. And because I have fast footwork 3, I get a +1 bonus when I dodge. Is that a slash attack?
Yes, it is.
Excellent.
Just enough to get out of the way. Which means I don't get the follow-up bite, which means I don't get the heal.
Good.
Vampire spawn. So they fixate on Vasilka. There's some NPC on NPC violence that happens over there. Takes us to Strahd again. Desi. Ooh, bat swarm.
Ew.
Attacks
What is
so it attacks everybody within near range.
So he summons them or he turns into one?
No, he basically summons them from all of the thousands of bats that are around. Folks that are in the same zone as him are going to take 2 damage to agility.
Is there anything we can do against that, or is it
You can dodge. You can't. You can dodge. You can't parry.
Okay.
Can I dodge while I'm frozen?
Yeah, your actions ticked over on your turn, so you and Okatai are both able to act. So yes.
And I'm guessing that's not slashing damage.
Nope.
A move roll?
Yeah. A move roll. Okatai can make a move roll. Kaldi unfortunately can't make any die rolls.
Can I roll?
I don't see yours.
Do I
Gonna
take
say
the
I-
agility damage?
You do.
See, I clicked.
And how much was that too?
2.
So I'm out strength and agility right now.
Okay.
Chris, if I wanted to spend willpower, how much willpower do I have to spend?
2.
Then I'll spend the 2.
Okay. Halfling dodge.
Yep.
Desi dodges. Okatai takes 1 point of damage to agility. But that was him. Back around to the top. Everybody that can gains a point of willpower.
Oh, sweet. I now need it. Because I just spent 2.
Cully is going to... Cully is broken.
So who's broken right now? Caldi and Trustius?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay.
Tresius, we could get him back with a performance roll, but I am in frenzy, so I can't do that.
Okay. Right. Vasilka will go like, Wizard, get the fuck up!
Which one?
I mean,
Clearly
Alan,
talking to Caldy.
Clearly.
should never dare order you around.
Wizard, get up.
But we'll have... but it'll have no effect at all on Trustius.
You're 3 weeks old.
I would laughed if Caldi actually had revived.
That will take us to Ryzen.
Oh, sweet. All right, it's hammer time again. Do 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 do.
Get him.
Been a pleasure serving, folks. I don't think that's as good as last time, but
I think he's gonna use an action dodge. He's been hit by that hammer once already.
yes, he has.
So that is gonna drop it down to 1 success for 3.
No, I hit him. That's the good thing.
Yep, you still connect with him. Like he's definitely like between the sun sword and the abuse he's taken from the hammer with a couple of solid hits and the purge undead. He is definitely feeling it.
So I got a rules question for next round since it has to charge.
Okay.
If I want to cast Earthquake, am I still just targeting him, or could it affect anybody who's like near him as well?
It's a single target.
It is a target. Okay, I just
Yeah.
want to be 100% sure.
Yeah, I'd appreciate not having my world rocked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what? You don't want to have your world rocked by Ryzen?
Not really, no. Doesn't seem to be Desi's thing.
Okay.
I know. But
That will take us to Okatai.
I'm able to act right now,
You are.
sweet.
although I'm
Get
in
'em.
frenzy.
Get him, Ray.
So yeah,
That's the
it's
plan.
gonna be fast draw and slashing time.
Okay.
Hail him.
Oh, stopped some.
And my fast action to attack again.
Oh no.
Hopefully I don't kill anyone.
Ooh.
Ooh. Hello, Asina.
And there was no skull on it.
No skulls.
That's yep.
Oh, there's the skulls.
I didn't splash it around. That things eat through stuff.
Cena like burns deep into him, slices through like most of the way through his torso. There's this huge gaping acidic wound. That will take us to Desi.
Can I take a couple of steps back and then melee charge?
If you succeed on a move roll, otherwise he gets a free attack at you.
Hmm. And if I ran around that pillar or that crypt, that would be the same thing, right?
Yep.
Okay.
If you move out of arm's reach.
All right. Well, let's try.
Oh.
So yes, Desi kind of takes a few steps back because she's seen Asina before, and then realizing that there's no splatter everywhere, she's going to charge in again.
Okay. He's gonna try to dodge that. I do not have high hopes.
I don't have anything that stops him from trying to dodge.
Oof, that is like an anti-dodge.
Further onto my blade.
Right. So Desi, how would you like to do that?
Oh, well, Okatai sliced a nice, like, he got the wound started, so I'm going to finish it. So he had cut, like, kind of a furrow into Strahd's torso. I am going to deepen it all the way through. Desi likes cutting people in half, so it seems appropriate.
So how are you doing this again?
With the sun sword. Okatai had attacked with Asina and kind of
Yep.
cut a furrow down through his torso.
Right.
So Desi's doing the follow-up and following that same path with the sun sword, but going all the way through Strahd this time. So she's cutting him in half.
Oh, nice.
Perfect. So yeah, as you cut deep into him, there's like this blinding flash from the sun sword. Like it's the sort of thing where like everybody kind of shields their eyes, and then you guys all feel like warm, kind of wet. Surrounded by trees and birds. The smell of mud, sunlight overhead. Everybody kind of like blinks. I mean, Trustius and Calde, I mean, you guys can't make die rolls, but you can still kind of interact. The soft, loamy ground of the jungle underneath your foot, the forest. Apparently, whatever it was has ended.
Everybody's here, right?
Yes.
Desi like looks around.
Yes. Everybody is here. All of you are accounted for.
Yay.
The sun sword, incidentally, is now just a hilt.
Oh, well, that's okay. Yep. Desi will sheath it. What little stub is left? Hopefully that holds it in. Okay. Okatai, do you have any idea where we are right now?
Okatai is just gonna drop on the ground and watch the sky as the rage goes away.
I know we're home. I don't know where on the island we are at all.
I'm gonna check around. Is it our encampment we left?
It is basically called these portal spell. Basically opened up a rift to another realm and then deposited you back from whence you came.
Yep, we are the same spot where we were. Just a bit north, just a bit east of the mountain.
The dwarves mountain.
Yep.
Okay. Good. I think we should all. I think we should. How does the camp look?
Just like you left it.
Oh, okay.
My arm doesn't look like I left it though.
Of course, Desi's not the sharpest tack in the drawer, so...
Ouch. But I mean, everything isn't covered in. It doesn't look like it's 100 years old and
No.
ravaged by weather and beasts and spiders and shit.
Well, I mean, you guys did have a camp, so it's been protected from the weather, but you can definitely tell, like, time has passed. But it's not like centuries. It's not like Rip Van Winkle.
Okay.
But like a good 3 months add an impact on whatever I set it up here.
Maybe.
I think so.
I think we ought to get a fire going and
Yeah,
set
give me a second.
Caldy's arm.
Give me
And
a second, I'll get to it.
You boy, what day is it? It's Christmas, sir. Oh,
Slap
yay.
slap the fuck out of Trustius or whatever it is you need to do to get him back on his feet. Because I don't know what the fuck's wrong with him right now.
Oh, who are we slapping?
Trustius is looking at everybody like we're dirt under his feet, and
Yeah,
I'm not
him
Well,
sure
how's that different
why.
than normal?
Make him an elf joke. It's gonna help, I'm sure.
But yes, you guys, now that you've got some time, you can easily tend to both Caldy and Trustius. Get them.
So do we have anything that we had from there? So we have the sword hilt. Did we have anything else?
Yeah, Caldy still has the staff. He still has like the golden hawk statues that he grabbed. Okatai
Some
still has
kind
the
of a-
holy symbol.
Silver,
He's got the
12
silver
pounds
statue.
of silver.
Yeah, the silver statue. Yeah. Anything that you were carrying came with you.
It's just
The sword was part of the curse and destroyed when the curse ended.
Right.
Do I still have my mace of druid killing?
You do.
Hey, do you have his diary as like a little memento souvenir?
Yes, you do.
Oh,
Hopefully everything over there does not reset and somebody else has to kill him again.
Well, that's the question for another day.
I'm not gonna answer that one. I'm not going there.
But as you guys kind of like take comfort in the fact that you're back home, I think we'll call it there.
woohoo! We survived.
Happy Halloween, everyone.
Yeah.
What's that?
We finished the Halloween special.
Yep.
But yeah.
it only took
Halloween
us all
/ Easter
winter.
special.
But yes, the
Good one
Halloween-
shot, guys. Good one shot.
Close.
yeah. But yes, if you guys had gone to the castle first, without the sword and everything, that would have been bad.
That would have been so bad.
I mean, that fight was hard with the stuff.
But the sword shut down his regeneration, and that was pretty big. And it did damage automatically to the vampire spawn.
Which was also nice.
And Vasilka's
I get the
will
impression
round
the
up-
spawn were there to like whittle us down a bit. Like yeah, it's like yeah. Here I'm just gonna basically like throwing darts or arrows. Like
Yeah.
goddamn annoying little gnats.
And also,
I mean, or if we had started opening doors just
Yep.
randomly first.
if you had just started opening crypts, if you hadn't known to go downstairs first,
Yep.
explore the rest of the castle. So,
Whew.
all right, participate in game session. Yes. Travel through a hex. No. New adventure site. No. Defeat one or more monsters. Yes. Find a treasure with 1 gold or more. Yes. You got the mace and the statue. Function, no. Pride, no. Dark secret, no. Anybody risk their life? I don't think any more than usual. Well, maybe Cully
Yeah.
charged Strahd.
He did, which was pretty shocking.
Yeah, but I don't think that counts.
Okay.
I still
Why?
want to give one to Colby for the
Extraordinary action.
dispel magic idea.
Yeah, that was clutch. That could have dominoed real fast.
Yeah.
It saves
That-
the person
that was
that saved
Colby's.
us. It
Yeah.
saves the person that saved us.
Yeah. So yeah, because
Hey, you did it. You did it.
Well, I
No,
mean,
that was your idea. That's your XP for sure.
I'll
100%.
give one to each of you.
There you go.
Okay.
That's
Fair.
enough. But yeah, I mean, if Desi had been out of the fight, and then Trustius got out, and then Cully got out, and yeah, it could have snowballed.
That would've sucked.
It could have snowballed real fast.
I wanted to heal people's, but I got into frenzy because he dropped me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and the curtain that led to the king and queen's chamber. If you pass through the curtain, it teleports you outside the castle, which is a 900-foot drop.
Oh, shit. Ouch.
Yeah.
Well, Caldy, good thing you're little.
That's a nice one.
Yeah.
Oof.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Holy shit.
All right, but we'll see everybody next week.
So what was the total,
What was
sorry?
that?
Oh, sorry. XP total was
2 or 3?
3 for everybody, 4 for Trustius and Caldy.
there. We go.
Cool.
Yeah,
Awesome. I'm
yeah,
back up to 18. I can spend stuff now.
perfect. And when we pick up, you guys can. I believe you're on your way to see the dwarves. So
We were.
We were.
They're gonna think we're fucking late.
I could use some chainmail.
Yeah, my chainmail is dead. Not dead, but
My chainmail needs repairs.
perfect. Well, the good news is the dwarves do have a forge.
Neptune.
Perfect. All right, so we'll see everybody next week.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Perfect.
Night, guys.
Have a
Yeah,
good night,
cheers.
folks.
Cheers.
Happy Halloween.
the Halloween Easter special.
Oh.